Hey guys, it's V. Welcome back to the farm. I was just in the seed room checking on the seeds that we started together the other day. If you look closely, you can see that we have germination in a lot of our tray cells and a few overachievers too. So it really didn't take long, just a couple of days. Most of the seed cells were starting to germinate, so I transferred them over to the lights, and now we've got little tiny baby plants. And of course, that means it's time to start even more seeds because we have the space open on our heat mats now, and these ones will be going outside just as soon as they can. But that is not what we're doing in this video. In this video, I just had a little bit of time. I want to take you around and show you some of the new things that have been happening. We've had some really big deliveries, including, yes, the greenhouse, but you're going to have to wait to see that till the very end. Of course, it's not assembled yet, but we're going to talk about that at the end of the video. My name is Vanessa, and I'm growing a cut flower farm in Edgewood, Washington, Zone 8B. In 2017, I started growing cut flowers in my grandfather's garden to aid him in a romantic endeavor. And now, with the help of my partner, we're building a business and a community around the local flower movement in our little corner of the Pacific Northwest. Welcome to Pops. The exciting news is that the greenhouse wasn't the only thing that arrived this week that we were really, really excited to get. This box actually contains 40 beautiful bare root peonies. I have dreamed of having peonies since I first started flower farming and gardening at Grandpa's house, which was 5 years ago now, but I never ever had the money, nor did I think that I'd ever have the money to buy a whole bunch of peonies, let alone a place to plant them where I was going to be for more than 3 years. But now that we have the new farm and we've been here 2 years, it is the perfect time to start a peony patch. So I went ahead and I ordered 40 bare root peonies. All of these came from my good friend Drew at Claire Joyce Flowers. This is what they look like when you order them. So they're literally just bare roots in a bag. This variety is Coral Sunset. So I'm really, really excited to have them, and I'll pull out the other varieties and show you. So the varieties we got are what we call Monsieur and Duchess, Shirley Temple, and again, Coral Sunset. So if I'm not mistaken, this is like a beautiful red, a white, a pink, like a traditional soft pink, and of course the coral is like a salmony color. Planting peonies is definitely in our future. We are going to go ahead and put them out in Field B and Field C. There's going to be one on either side of the walkway that goes between them. So forever and always, you will walk down a pathway surrounded by peonies out in that area of the field. And I'm so excited. The other thing that's new that you guys haven't seen yet are some beds out in the veg garden. Farm husband and I assembled these the other day on our day off, and I am blown away at how good they look. They, for me, were a bit of an afterthought, but now that I see them all assembled in the space, they are like the crown jewels. I mean, come on, aren't they so good? These are by the company Greenes, Greenes. We bought ours, I believe, on Amazon. They are the 4x8 and quite tall, at least 12 inches, probably a little more. But I will link the exact product in the description below if you are interested. This video is not sponsored by them, but I wanted to let you know that we did have a really good experience putting them together. I have purchased products like this before with the dovetail shaping that just slide together, and depending on the product, it was a little hit or miss. Some were easy to assemble, some weren't. This exact one was absolutely easy to assemble. I did them by myself, really, really simple. The one thing I would say is don't assemble it and think you're going to be able to then pick it up and move it somewhere. Make sure that you are assembling it where you want the final bed to be, and fingers crossed, that's a nice level spot. I really couldn't be more pleased with them. This winter we are going to plant all of our garlic and onions in them, and then they will probably be the future home of our tomatoes in summers to come. The other thing I wanted to show you guys before we start talking all things greenhouse, high tunnel, hoop house, whatever you want to call it, is what our bouquets look like this week. We are, of course, transitioning on the farm in so many ways. We are transitioning into fall. The crops are slowing down. We're getting ready to pull things out, flip beds, and the colors and the mood in our bouquets is just the same, completely changing and embracing a season of transition. Now, the cooler is a quite loud place to be because of the AC unit. But don't the bouquets look absolutely stunning? That dark red foliage that you see is a new to me filler, and I'm loving it. It's got those red fall coppery tones that just aren't as easy to come by in a foliage as you would think this time of year. A lot of them, if you can get the color, the leaves just won't stay on, they just drop. So that's really cool, and I found out that it is peony foliage. And we did a big old happy dance when we were at Seattle Wholesale Growers Market, and we found that out. I'll tell you what, because that means that huge order of peonies that we just got that we are going to be planting in just weeks to come is going to give us not one, but 2 crops every year. That was actually a piece of advice I heard from Bethany and Charles Little on the Flower Podcast recently. I think I recommended that you guys go check it out in a previous video. If I didn't, I am still going to put a link to that also in the description. One of the big pieces of advice that they gave in that episode was to choose crops that you can get more than one cut off of throughout the whole year over 3 or 4 seasons. So I was elated yesterday to find out that peonies were totally one of those crops. Okay, are you ready to talk about the greenhouse? Normally where I'm standing would be Farm Husband's beautiful car, but it got the boot temporarily because the pieces of the greenhouse arrived. They are here. We are storing them in the garage right now, and we will be assembling this Saturday, which this video I'm filming on Thursday. It will go live probably Saturday morning, which means we are assembling the greenhouse right now and filming that whole process for you for our next video. I'm going to break it down for you what parts we have here. This is the peak. We got the 14-foot wide by 50-foot long Gothic tunnel from Farmer's Friend LLC. These are the posts that go in the ground, or those might be some support beams, I'm not sure. Those look like the posts that go in the ground, so we're going to go with that. And then these are side pieces, and the big roll there is the plastic that goes over the top of the greenhouse. Over here we have some rebar where we're going to put those into the ground so we can put those big things on top of it. We have channels here for the end walls, I'm guessing. And then that leaves these lovely boxes over here. Of course, the rope is for keeping the plastic on. And then in the box, I'm sure we just have a lot of connecting pieces. And here is the wiggle wire, or whatever you call it. This goes into those channels and helps keep the plastic on the face of the greenhouse. We are, of course, going to do a proper review of what we purchased. The 14 by 50 foot Gothic high tunnel from Farmer's Friend LLC will include information about what it was like to receive the shipment, what it was like to assemble. I think that's everyone's big question, right, before they buy one of these. I'm hoping it's going well for us right now. And we'll, of course, let you know what we think of the tunnel after we've had it up and used it for a few weeks. In the meantime, you're just going to see it popping up in the vlogs for this video, the next one, and probably the one after that. But I will, of course, let you know when we get a proper review created and posted. Yay! Every time I come out that door, it feels like a postcard. And that is what I have always wanted. But before I let you go, I wanted to come out here one last time and show you where the tunnel is gonna go so you can get a real proper before. So I am here at the end of the vegetable garden looking out towards field A. And this is where the tunnel is gonna go. So next time you see this view, there will be a big giant greenhouse right here. And here is a wide angle for you just to give you an even better idea of the space. I cannot wait to see what this looks like with a big, beautiful professional greenhouse right there on the end of field A. So that's the latest from the farm. Thanks so much for taking a second to hang out today. I enjoyed giving you some updates. Oh man, it feels so good to be going into a new season. I was so ready for that. And there's just so much about this season as far as projects go that make me so excited. And then it's winter and we get to rest just the tiniest bit, so of course I'm excited about that. I've really enjoyed making more videos lately and sharing more of the day-to-day things that we're doing on the farm with you. But I want to know what kind of content you guys want to see. With fall coming in full effect and winter well on its way, it'll be here before we know it, I will have more time to create content for you guys. Do you want to see more day in the life vlogs? Do you want to learn more about working with flowers or growing flowers? Do you want to see tutorials? What is it that does it for you guys? Let me know in the comments. Thanks so much for watching. If you liked this video, please be sure to like and subscribe and hit the bell to be notified of when our next video drops.